Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Professor Layton and the Last Specter. Weird title, if you ask me. Very, very strange title. Last Specter. As if there will never be another one. Well, never mind. Anyway, I don't think we've talked to you yet. I'll talk to you. I can expect plenty of air circulation in the summer. Or any season, actually. And I didn't want to talk to you. Okay, so I think we're done here. I know it's been a couple of days, but I remember getting hint coins and... a mess. Let's talk to you. For a puzzle, apparently. Oh dear, what trouble? Do you need help, madam? May we be of assistance? My cart fell over. Now my cart is empty and the street is full of my stuff. Perhaps we can help you put it all back in your cart. Yes, oh please, I would be so grateful. Puzzle number 4, reloading the cart, worth 30 points. I loaded my cart in such a hurry that everything fell out when I hit the first bump in the road. Can you put everything back without leaving any spaces so the load is secure? Please? Pretty please? Stylus, and you can drag pieces and all that. Okay, let's see here. Well, for now, you get to sit there. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Close, but not quite. No. Okay. Obviously, that does not seem to work there. You here. You in the right spot there.
This took some creative thinking. I love the thrill of a good solution.
Works for me. Your belongings are now in order. Oh, thank you. Now I must hurry and evacuate the area. Is there an emergency? Haven't you heard? A giant is destroying the town. I packed up my stuff as fast as I could. The police gave the order to evacuate, but I wasn't leaving all my stuff behind. Of course, if the Oracle weren't around, we wouldn't have had any warning at all. This Oracle, what is he, or she, or it? I don't ask questions. The police hear from the Oracle and they inform everyone else. You two should be careful walking around town. Thank you again. Again with this giant. Professor, it seems everyone here fully believes in this giant. Homes ruined, and all-out evacuation in progress. These are most certainly related to Clark's letter. The Triton house is up ahead. Let's find Clark as quickly as possible. Let's click things. It's rusty. Oops. There's 1, 2. And they put them all close together, didn't they? 3. Cool. The road ahead has been blocked off. Find another way if you want to go up there. It appears we can't go that way. It sounded like we need to take a left to get to Clark's house. Now just hold on a second, Hughes. Yes, can we help you with something? Oh, he needs a Jersey accent. I'll be asking the questions right here. You tourists probably like a good puzzle here and there, eh? Let me tell you how things work around here. Solve 5 puzzles in a row, and you'll get something nice. What do you mean by that? Who suddenly promoted you to the rank of question asker? Now you're bothering me at my work. Be off with you, quick like. You called us over. Well, Professor, what do you think that officer was talking about? It's hard to say. I suppose we'll find out when we solve 5 consecutive puzzles. Between the 2 of us, Professor, we'll do that in no time. I hope so with me. Now let's find Clark's house before it gets too late. Okay, so we can't go that way until we've solved a 5th puzzle. Dandy. I just missed a bird going by. Yeah, look, I like right. Power 10, 11, aren't they all? What? Yeah, it's a library, I guess. Clock, yeah. Moss is on the roof. There's that. Clock is stopped. In. So let's go in. This looks like it may be quite an impressive library. Perhaps we can browse its stacks later. It appears to be closed today. Let's move on to the Triton residence. I'm eager to speak with Clark. Actually, I guess we should go back left. Said Clark was to the left, and that's where we want to go. I don't want to kill too much time with side quests, at least now. As I said in the first video. Check out this boat, Professor! The people of Miss Tollery must navigate the town via their canals. They probably travel by boat as much as they do on foot. It's like Venice, only weirder. I imagine that boats are used here more than automobiles. We must take a boat ride before we leave, Professor. Lovely. After we have spoken with Clark, let us find ourselves a boat. The Triton house should be just over this bridge, shall we? However, me being me, just gonna hit the obvious spots here. Let's talk to you. Puzzle. Say hey there. Don't think I've seen you folks before. Bucky's my name and boats are my game. If you're new to Miss Tollery, you're not getting away without taking a ride in one of my beauties. I can take you anywhere in town in a flash. It's better than flying. We'll keep that in mind during our investigation. Thank you. You look like puzzle-faring folk. How about a quick one? Puzzle number 5, River Crossing, worth 25 points. We need to get 1 dog, 2 cats, and 3 baby chicks across the river. Only take 2 at a time. If you leave the dog with only 1 cat, there will be a fight. The chicks on the riverbank must outnumber the cats, otherwise a fight will break out. So the cats are the point of contention, huh? So, let's see. Pretty basic little river crossing puzzle. I assume it gets more difficult later. And
some puzzles
happy.
Must be met directly. A gentleman leaves no puzzle undone.
Yeah, that's a pretty basic one. Oh, looks like I went for the short route. Okay, or close to it anyway. Say, that's good work. Remember, if you want to get around in a flash, just find Bucky. Huh, interesting. Oh well, maybe he'll pop up again later. And another animal. Huh. Points. It's so wonderful breathing in the clean air and living amid such lush greenery. With the canals, Mount Tollery must be an ideal place for plant growth. Look over there. The green just seems to go on forever. From here, the town looks beautiful as opposed to eerie. I'm inclined to agree, Emmy. Two. Check trees. Huh. Did not expect to find them all. Okay, let's talk to you. Do you think that large house up there is the Triton residence? You two looking for the mayor's roost? No, we're actually looking for Clark Triton's residence. That's what I just said, bird brain. Oh, well, I wasn't aware that Clark was the mayor. Been a while since you've seen him? How long you been cooped up under a rock? Mayor Triton has been in office for about a year now. He does a good job, but with all the troubles, he's pretty cool. So yeah, I think I need to go Jersey with most of these guys. Or at least, you know, northeast New England area. So anyway, we found Hank coins. So let's keep going. Well, here we are. This place looks huge. Yes, it appears that Clark has done quite well for himself. Let's try the door. There's one. Okay, I like the feature that it doesn't... there we go. I like the feature that it doesn't make you see the same dialogue pop up every time you hit one spot on the map. That's kind of a nice touch. Yes, may I help you? Hello, my name is Layton. I'm an old friend of Mr. Triton's. He should be expecting me. I will inform Master Triton. Please wait here. You look kinda not totally like, but just kinda like that woman we helped out with the cards. Puzzle. Someone left a broom here. Leaving this just sitting here makes things look rather shabby. However, it does remind me of a puzzle. See for yourself. Puzzle 7, Mopping Up, worth 45 points. These poor quality mops take 2 days to dry after they've been used, and the handle completely breaks after just 3 uses. What is the minimum number of mops that you would need to clean every day for a 30-day month? Well, let's see, they take 2 days to dry, we need to clean 30 times, and they break after 3 times. So you have to have at least 10 mops. That'll give you enough to cycle through while they all dry, but yeah, you need 10. Oh, they couldn't have given this a type answer. They still had to make us do that.
What do you think about this?
That's a new one.
I did it, Professor.
That's a new puzzle solved thing. Can't wait till I mess one of those up. Not quite the way I did it, but you know. So you see puzzles where others only see household objects. They probably make medication for that, but we'll continue. I suppose that's true. I'm going to try that too. Okay, what's a good start? Light bulbs? Sponges? Flatware? Oh god, it's spreading! Ah! Don't do that. I already got a couple of coins out of here. Oh, there's another one. That'll work for now. I don't suppose you were planning on visiting the Oracle here in town? What is this Oracle? Oh, I wouldn't know anything about it. I'm just a poor old maid. You should ask Dorland about it. I'm slightly slipping into Mrs. Doubtfire accent, and that's scary. Thank you, we shall. Sir, madam, Mr. Triton will see you now in the parlor. The parlor is to the door on the left. Wait there. Thank you, my good man. Okay. Door on the left. Blink, 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 blink.
Ah, I can't believe my eyes. Herschel, how long has it been?
Ah, too long, my good friend.
And who might this be?
Oh, of course. How rude of me.
I'm the Professor's assistant, Emmy Altava. It's an honor to meet you, Mr. Triton. I've heard so much about you.
Thank you. Herschel, an assistant. Well, we both seem to have moved up in the world.
Hardly. Truth be told, Emmy has already proven herself my equal.
Herschel, as humble as ever. Emmy, back in London, Layton and I both wanted to be elite archaeologists. One of us certainly succeeded, and somehow I found myself as mayor of this small, rural town.
That is no small feat, Clark.
Oh, Herschel, no need to humor me. It is amusing at best, I'll give you that. But all that aside, please, tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
I came as soon as I received your letter.
Letter? I'm sorry, Herschel. What letter is that?
The letter that... Did you not send this letter? Please, have a look.
I certainly did not write that. But who would have forged it?
Who indeed? Have you made any enemies recently?
Of course, Herschel. I'm the mayor. It appears to me that someone wanted you here in town.
Yes, that is what I am thinking now as well.
So, who wrote the secret message?
Good question, Emmy.
Mr. Triton, there was a hidden plea for help in that letter.
Clark, do you think this is simply the work of some prankster?
No, unfortunately I don't. Miss Tollery is in grave danger. We have indeed been under attack by some sort of mysterious giant, just as that letter states. It wreaks havoc at night when the fog is thick. It sounds ridiculous, I know, but it is true.
But how can that be?
I must confess I have yet to see this giant with my own eyes. However, the destruction of homes and buildings left in its wake, that is quite enough evidence for me. The townspeople are afraid. They believe that the Specter has returned with a vengeance.
The Specter?
There's a legend here that tells of an ancient spirit, a Specter. When the town was in danger, the Spectre would act as Miss Tollery's guardian in its moment of need. But this Spectre is different. Instead of protecting us, it is trying to destroy us. I am doing all I can, but if we are dealing with an ancient entity, then I fear my efforts are in vain. As the mayor, it is my duty to keep this town and its citizens safe. But Herschel, could you...
Sir?
What is it, Doland?
Pardon me, sir, but you mentioned that Professor Layton worked on some difficult cases for Scotland Yard. You said, with great pride, that he had assisted in solving them all. Perhaps we could ask for his assistance here as well.
Of course, Doland. I suppose I have no other choice. Herschel, will you help us? Please, for an old friend.
Of course, Clark. I would never refuse a friend in need. I assure you, I will do what I can.
Thank you, Herschel. I am eternally in your debt.
Things are starting to get good, eh, Professor?
Before we go, Clark, I haven't even asked about Brenda, or your son. How is Luke?
My wife is fine. She's away. Family matters. Luke has shut himself up in his room, as usual.
I would like to say hello to Luke, if that is all right. I haven't seen him since he was a baby.
Of course. I think he might enjoy that. I should warn you, he has been withdrawn lately. Some days, I can't even get him out of his room. I ask him what the matter is, and he responds with silence. Perhaps it would be good for him to talk to someone outside of the family. I would appreciate that, Herschel.
My pleasure, Clark. I shall have a few words with Luke before Emmy and I begin our investigation.
And so that apparently ends Chapter 1. Whee! So, let's save. Yep, here is something I test a few things out. Notice that I haven't played very long and all that, but you know. This second file is going to basically be where I save my full run, while the top one is going to be where I save my Let's Play run. The full run, of course, will happen after I finish each chapter. I'll go back, you know, like I said earlier, I will use the guide and all to make sure I get all the puzzles within a chapter, etc., etc., etc. But as I play my Let's Play, I'm going to be saving it here, for the most part. Bits, long logistics, etc., 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 blah, blah, blah. Anyway, click yes. And with that... Yep, another disappearing screen. But no more dialogue yet. Anyway, take care, folks. I'm going to go scour for a decent guide that doesn't spoil things for me, and see what I missed in Chapter 1, and if I did miss anything aside from a few hint coins that I don't really care about showing off that much this time. I'll show off puzzles and all that I could have gotten. Anyway, take care, folks. See you later.